Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the Hulu Theater here at the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden, for an incredible night of boxing action. It's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing USA. We are live on Dazn and Sky Sports, and we're sponsored by Snack Nutrition and JD Sports. All tonight's bouts are sanctioned under the auspices of the New York State Athletic Commission, and our first bout of the evening is in association with World of Boxing. Introducing your three judges scoring our first contest from ringside: Don Ackerman, Ken Ezzo, and John Stewart. And at the sound of the bell, your third man in the ring, referee Eric Daly. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 8 rounds of boxing scheduled in the super bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, standing with his head trainer, Francisco Scott. He wears blue with purple trim. He scaled 122 3/4 pounds. His professional record, 22 victories against 6 defeats. He has 12 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Canalete, Colombia, he is the former WBA Fede Central Super Bantamweight Champion, introducing Wilner Soto. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands with his head trainer, Antonio Diaz. He wears red with the white trim. He scaled 123 1/2 pounds. This southpaw, 2016 Olympic bronze medalist, now boasts a perfect professional record. 6 victories, no defeats. He has 5 wins coming by way of knockout. Originally from Namangan, Uzbekistan, and now living, fighting, and training out of Indio, California, here is the reigning and undefeated WBA Intercontinental Super Bantamweight Champion, Murodjon Akhmadaliev.
Okay, gentlemen, you already know the rules. I want to remind you to keep it clean, protect yourself at all times, and obey my commands at all times. Touch gloves. Good luck to both of you. All right.
Eric Daly, our referee, 195 total bouts, 5 years of pro experience. Akhmadaliev, 24 years old, 6-0, 5 knockouts. Wilner Soto taking this fight with just 6 days' notice. And you could tell that Akhmadaliev's camp was very focused still on the fight that didn't happen for Oman. Sergio, we'll see if that affects the readiness for Soto.
We're going to find out. It's always tricky when an opponent falls off. It just destroys the entire promotion. This is on a smaller scale, but still has as much of an impact for a fighter.
Akhmadaliev in the maroon trunks with the white trim. Soto in the blue with the gold trim. The gold tassels adoring the shorts of Soto. Akhmadaliev, a bronze medalist of the 2016 Olympics at 123 pounds. Originally from Uzbekistan, now lives in Indio, California, has since early 2018.
You can already see his amateur pedigree. It's the distance. The footwork is one thing, how nifty his feet are, but it's the footwork. He's not really standing in front of his man right now. He's getting the distance, computing the distance, and he's looking for the right shot at the right time.
And dancing a bit as he shows that distance.
He goes by the nickname NJ. He says he's a big Michael Jackson fan.
They said it was a combination of people struggling to pronounce his first name, Murodjon, and then being the Michael Jackson fan, they decided, you know what? You're just going to go with MJ. And I think broadcasters across the world are probably very grateful.
Right now he's looking to beat it, or beat him.
You have that one stored?
No.
Very nice. Still dancing around, feeling out first round thus far, more than halfway through it. A scheduled 8 rounds at super bantamweight, 124 pound.
body shot there by Soto. When you're dealing with a fighter like Akhmadaliev with good upper body movement and footwork, aim for the body, aim for the hips. Don't aim for the head. Don't look for clean shots.
Akhmadaliev just dancing around the ring. Although that he's thrown a punch yet this first round. Soto has thrown a few, and you can hear some groans from the crowd as Soto tried to land a right hand.
The crowd can moan all they want, but Akhmadaliev does have power. 5 knockouts in 6 fights. He's just computing right now. He's getting the distance down. He's letting Soto get comfortable in there. He wants Soto to come at him and get a little bit more aggressive to counter him with some big shots.
Akhmadaliev, as you can see, is southpaw, although he's a natural righty.
10 seconds.
10 seconds of round 1.
Time.
A lot of computation, not a lot of action in round 1.
Okay. Good work, bro. Good work. Hey. They start picking in here. Hey, Kaka. Good work. Good work. Just try to work the jab. Jabby, touch the body, moving, touch the body, and then you surprise him on top. Okay. He's too focused up here, so he's open in here. Okay, let's touch the body.
Ok.
Lindo ese asalto, papá.
Tira un poco más de golpe. Ok. Lo tocaste una vez, tira 2. Ok. Cuando te baja la mano, que tú haces una. Tírale tu voladita derecha, ¿para qué pasa?
Eso es lo que quiero.
Ok.
Comienza a buscar ese golpe de la derecha.
Ok.
Oíste.
Está caminando bien el ring.
No caiga en el huequito medio.
El banco.
Let's go, coach.
Back up.
Start of round number 2 of a scheduled 8 between MJ Akhmadaliev and Wilner Soto.
Francisco Scott, the trainer of Soto in the corner, said you need to aim for the chest, double and triple up the jabs. The chest is not going to move. Don't go for the head, and that's exactly what I talked about in the first round.
Soto's only other fight in the U.S. came in October of 2018. He lost a 10-round decision. Stephen Young in Orlando was his toughest opponent to date. A 22-6 record for Soto entering
Work
this.
out of that. Work your head. Let him go.
Right hook from Akhmadaliev.
Soto has good timing. Akhmadaliev has good timing. You could tell the amateur pedigree there because he steps back exactly when Soto is planning on doing anything, any kind of attack. And it's frustrating if you're Soto because you're trying to time your opponent's timing, but Akhmadaliev is just so, he has that pedigree, the amateur pedigree, that Olympic pedigree, and that's how they get their points in the amateurs. Step back and counter.
Exactly what he did right on cue. Akhmadaliev a little more aggressive here in the second round after he danced away the entire first. A nice left hand to the body from Akhmadaliev.
He has time here. If it was a 4 or 6 round fight, I could say why he should step it up a little bit. But in an 8-round fight, fill out your opponent the first round. He's going to start stepping it up in the second and third round.
Because of a lack of familiarity with Soto coming in just 6 days ago, I mean, is there even more of a feeling out process if you're Akhmadaliev?
Not only that, but you're dealing with a fighter with 28 fights. You know, he has some pretty good pop in his punch as well, so you got to respect Soto. But when you're as experienced as MJ is, it's not going to take long for him to get the timing and the distance. And like you said earlier, compute and get everything down and just attack after.
Little counter paw with the right. There's a left-right combo, a strong combination up top. And then another right left from Akhmadaliev.
And look at how smooth he stepped back. As soon as Soto tried to come back with a counter, he stepped back smoothly. Akhmadaliev was looking for that counter.
A strong finish to round number 2 for MJ Akhmadaliev.
Buddy, hey, make them and come back on top, okay? All right. Good work, good work.
Here we're going to see some good body shots by Akhmadaliev, which is great to see whenever you're dealing with a fighter, a young fighter with only six fights. But with the pedigree that he has and the Olympic background that he has, you can expect him to be an all-around fighter by now. Good shots right here. Glancing right hook. Soto took it well.
All right, come on. Let's go, let's go.
Get that towel.
Start of round number 3 between MJ Akhmadaliev and Wilner Soto. We'll see if Akhmadaliev can build on the momentum he had at the end of that second round. Starts it connecting on a couple of jabs. Pause with a hook. Well, you're right, Sergio. Step back counter so consistently from MJ.
And it's so frustrating to fight fighters like that, especially if they're southpaws. They have extremely fast feet, educated punches, and they know exactly how far to step back. He's not going far enough where he can't counter punch still. It's just a slight step back, an inch or two.
Big right hand there from Akhmadaliev. And Eric Dolly stepped in.
MJ's looking for a right hook.
Akhmadaliev on the attack, flagging down Soto. Again, ready with that counter as that right hand landed from Soto on the grill of Akhmadaliev.
Even when MJ steps back, he doesn't step back enough to where he can't punch, and he gains that space right away back. He doesn't want to give Soto too much time to close that space, close that gap. So he steps back, and he comes right in and closes the gap. Very smart on Akhmadaliev's part.
Big left hand, and then a left hand to the body, and Soto went down, but no knockdown. Was ruled low.
It looked a little low to me.
Okay.
And plus, he didn't react like it was a painful body shot either. It seems like it was a low blow.
Take a look, Sergio.
It was on the belt line, but yes, it's on the belt line. I think it was the right decision by the referee, but that's a belt line. It could have been borderline.
And you could hear the groaning from the crowd. Obviously, some disagreement as to whether or not that was a low blow.
It was borderline. Soto did the smart thing and take some time. Get a breather.
Akhmadaliev going back to the body. Just always able to hop out of the way of Soto's deliveries.
Right there, he looked for that body shot again. It caught Soto's attention.
10 seconds.
Akhmadaliev leaving his arms down, now up.
Here we're gonna see a right hand by MJ, right hook. That's the one that I said earlier. That's the punch he's looking for. And later on in the round, we're gonna see a low blow that was borderline when you see it in slow motion, but I think Soto did the right thing. Got a breather, the referee gave him a chance to recover.
Right on the belt line, ruled a low blow. Start of round number 4. Akhmadaliev, very highly thought of. Making rapid moves, fought in a scheduled 10-rounder in only his 4th pro fight. Nice combination up top, and he is connecting on Soto now.
Oh, he's putting the pressure now. Every shot is a big shot. Looping his shots to come around the guard of Soto.
Oh, big left-right combination. The activity increasing each round from Akhmadaliev, and perhaps an opportunity to put Soto away here in the 4th. And you can see Akhmadaliev is just racing back to Soto, trying to keep the pressure on.
It's mental pressure, footwork pressure, everything. When you're as experienced as MJ, you don't want to give him any space, any time to breathe. Go right after your man.
Pull his head down. Don't pull his head down.
When you're a physical fighter, you could put physical pressure, but when you're athletic and agile and as nifty as Akhmadaliev, you could put mental pressure just with footwork and feints.
Nice right hand catches up top on Soto. Another big right hand from Akhmadaliev, who is just swinging away on Wilner Soto here in round number 4.
And look at how MJ just cuts off the ring. He doesn't want to give Soto any type of chance to bounce around the perimeter of the ring. He cuts him right off, staying right on his man with mental pressure.
Akhmadaliev again sizing up Soto with a huge left hand, and that is it. MJ Akhmadaliev ends it here in the 4th with a cracking left hand.
I like that stoppage by the referee, Eric Daly, because Soto was outclassed here. Physically, he wasn't in the fight either. I think it was just going to be a matter of time. It was a right stoppage. It wasn't a physical beating, but it was a mental wear down.
Akhmadaliev sort of took a step back, assessed his opponent in round 1, got gradually more aggressive throughout round 2, and then 3 and 4 he turned it on and sought to end it, and did in round 4 against Wilner Soto. As you said, Sergio, just outclassing his opponent.
He outclassed him, and it was only going to get worse there because he was starting to loop his punches. Anytime a boxer, especially as experienced as Akhmadaliev is, when he's comfortable enough to start looping punches, that's when you get the big power shots. And that was a looping left hand that landed on Soto square in the chin. And the referee had no choice right there, because if you're going to get hit with looping shots like that, it's only going to be more dangerous. Pinpoint shots there by Akhmadaliev. Through the guard, coming around the guard, and these are the shots that I'm talking about. Once you start landing looping shots, those are the dangerous shots. MJ stepping back, goes for the home run right there, and that was a big left hand. Referee Eric Daly, he didn't want to see much more of that because he knew the onslaught was about to begin.
Huge left hand landing, and that was it.
And no complaint from Wilner Soto either. So when there's no complaints of your opponent, and you're not looking to argue or criticize or yell at anybody, you know you're outclassed, you know you didn't belong, it was the right decision by the referee. Now we throw it to David Diamante.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Eric Daly calls a halt to this contest. The official time of the stoppage, 1 minute and 56 seconds of round number 4. Your winner by TKO, he's still undefeated, Murodjon MJ Akhmadaliev.